If you've ever looked at a CNC program and thought it was just a confusing mix of letters and numbers, you're not alone. But CNC code is not random. It's a structured language that tells the machine exactly what to do, step by step. And two of the most important parts of that language are G codes and M codes. So in this video, let's break them down in a simple and practical way. The easiest way to understand them is this: G codes control motion. M codes control machine actions. In other words, G codes tell the machine where to move and how to move. M codes tell the machine what supporting actions to perform, like starting the spindle, changing tools, or turning coolant on. Together, they control the machining process. Let's start with G codes. G codes are often called preparatory commands because they prepare the machine for a certain type of movement or cutting mode. Some of the most common ones are G00 for rapid positioning. This moves the tool quickly to a location without cutting. G01 for linear interpolation. This moves the tool in a straight line at a controlled feed rate, usually for cutting. G02 and G03 are for circular interpolation. G02 is clockwise and G03 is counterclockwise. These codes are what create the tool path. So when a cutter machines a face, a slot, a pocket, or an arc, G codes are a big part of what defines that movement. Now let's look at M codes. M codes are usually called miscellaneous functions, but they are essential to making the machine run properly. For example, M03 starts the spindle clockwise, M04 starts it counterclockwise, M05 stops the spindle, M06 changes the tool, M08 turns coolant on, M09 turns coolant off, and M30 ends the program and resets it. So if G codes define the cutting path, M codes make sure the machine is ready to carry out that path. But here's an important point. A CNC program is not made of only G codes and M codes. It also includes other commands that carry machining data. For example, X, Y, and Z define position. F sets feed rate. S sets spindle speed. T calls the tool number, and H is used for tool length offset. So CNC programming is really about how all of these commands work together, and the machine reads them line by line. Each line, often called a block, gives the controller a set of instructions for one moment in the machining process. One line may position the tool, another may start the spindle, another may apply the offset, then the cutting move begins. That's why program structure matters. Good CNC programming is not just about memorizing codes, it's about putting them in the right order so the machine can run safely and efficiently. A typical machining sequence usually looks like this: call the tool, move to a safe position, start the spindle, turn on coolant, apply the offset, move into position, start cutting, then retract, stop the spindle, turn off coolant, and end the program. Now let's go one step deeper. Some commands are modal. That means they stay active until another command replaces them. For example, once the machine enters G01 mode, it stays in linear cutting mode until another motion command takes over. The same applies to M03. Once the spindle starts, it keeps running until M05 stops it. This is important because many programming mistakes happen when a previous mode is still active and the programmer forgets it. Another thing to remember is that not every CNC machine uses codes in exactly the same way. Many common G and M codes are widely shared, especially on Fanuc-style systems. But controllers like Haas, Siemens, or others may have different formats, extra functions, or custom M codes. In advanced setups, M codes can even control probing systems, pallet changers, or automation. So here's the takeaway. G codes control motion. M codes control machine actions. And together, they form the core language of CNC programming. Once you understand that, CNC code stops looking random. It starts looking like a step-by-step instruction system for making a part. At Yijin Solution, advanced CNC programming helps us maintain precision, consistency, and stable machining quality across custom projects. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more engineering and manufacturing insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.